Who likes roller coasters? I have not been on a roller coaster in over a decade, but I want to talk about emotional roller coasters, which for many of us are probably the less favorable of the two. Well, home renovation projects can be a lot to take in, especially if you've never done one before. You may not know what to expect or what the process is going to look like. I'd like to try to communicate as best as I can some expectations through the process. So we have some phases that we usually go through. They're going to be the same for most any job, whether it's a bathroom, a kitchen, a new home build, a whole home addition. Let's talk about how you're going to be feeling during the project. So you want to remodel your kitchen. We're going to take it down to the studs. We're going to lay out a whole new cabinet design. We're going to get you new countertops and a fancy island and all the appliances and everything that you've ever wanted. It's your dream kitchen. So we've come to the graph. We have our different phases of construction that are going to apply to, again, most any renovation or building project that you may have. And we've got some happy and some not so happy faces on the board as well. Let's talk about what happens in each phase and what you may be feeling and what we may encounter. So we're going to start out with our design phase. You've got a dream in mind for your kitchen. We want to make that a reality. We're going to take as much time as we need to in the design phase to eliminate the unknowns and to make your vision a reality. So we're going to send you to some of our showrooms. For some people, that's a fun phase. Some people love shopping. They love going to the different showrooms and seeing all of the options and the countertops and the cabinets and the finishes and faucets, all that stuff. Other people, shopping's not their thing. So we're going to, regardless of how you feel, we're going to help you through that process. We're going to give you as much assistance as we can to help you get through that design. We're going to show you some renderings of the space. We're going to show you designs. We're going to show you materials so that when we finish the design, you're excited for the project and we know exactly what we're building. Then we're going to get you on the schedule and we're going to plan for demo day. Demo is going to be exciting. Lots of stuff's going to be happening. We're going to be doing it a little different than you've seen on TV. There are going to be fewer sledgehammers involved, and we're probably just not going to let you go nuts on the walls and on the counters with a sledgehammer. But that's okay because we're going to disassemble it. It'll be more of a disassembly than full-on destruction, and there's good reason for that. And then after we get everything tore out, you get that old disgusting kitchen out, you get to see that thrown in a dumpster. We're going to do a walkthrough. We're going to see what we have. This is the part of the process where we're going to look for anything that we couldn't see behind the walls. Should we find something that's unexpected, this is going to be the phase where that happens. So most of the time it's great. We get to move straight on to the next phase. Sometimes we encounter issues with the electrical, issues with the plumbing. We're going to look for old water damage. We're going to look for old fire damage. We've seen it all. We're going to look for, we've seen massive bees nests in the wall. We've seen squirrel infestations. We've seen it all. Problems, I understand, means more time, more money. That can be a stressful time. Again, we're gonna walk you through it. But for most people, maybe they're not as excited coming out of demo phase. So during rough-in phase, lots gonna be happening there as well. That's when we're gonna have electrical, we're gonna have plumbing, we're gonna have HVAC, we're gonna have any exterior insulation. We're gonna get all of those details that need to happen at this phase done. So if we've changed the location of your sink, we're going to run your water lines, we're going to run drain lines, we're going to run electrical to the new under cabinet lights or to the new trash compactor, whatever it may be. We're going to make sure all of that is ready to go. So then rough-in phase isn't as exciting. A lot of busyness, a lot of commotion, not as much fun stuff to see. Not as good of finished results there. It's kind of just going to be boring wires and pipes, but it's needed. Then drywall. After the rough-ins, after we've walked through, make sure everything is good to go, before we cover up the walls, then drywall happens. And that's where the excitement starts to go up. We can start seeing things take shape. We can see what the room is going to look like a little better. Then starts the finish phase. All of the stuff is happening in the finish phase. We've got cabinetry, we've got trim work, we've got flooring, we've got countertops, we've got lighting fixtures, we've got all those details and finishes that we got to get just right. This is going to be the most lengthy phase of the project that we've had so far. A lot happening. We got to make sure those details are nailed. This is also the part of the project where you're sick to death of not having your dang kitchen. You're sick of eating Pop-Tarts and getting takeout every night, and it's starting to get old. Again, we understand that this is going to be an inconvenience. It's not going to be convenient for us to take your kitchen away from you for a couple of months. So for a lot of people, this tends to be the most stressful part of the project. This is when you've been waiting, you're tired, exhaustion starts to set in, and you haven't quite seen all of the finished results yet. We're gonna do our best to communicate with you and keep you aware of what's happening and what's coming next, what's going on with our schedule, what we've run into. We're gonna do our best to help prepare you for that, but that does tend to be the most stressful time in the project for our homeowners. But end is in sight, finish line is near. We're gonna tie up all those finishes. We're gonna walk through, we're gonna create what we call our punch list, where we go through and we make a list of all the touch-ups that need done, all the doorknobs that need put on, all those last touches to get you to the finish line of your new dream kitchen, get you back in your kitchen, get you back to cooking on a real stove again. We know that home renovations are expensive. They're a large investment of money, they're a large investment of time, and they're a large investment of your mental and emotional resources as well. We're gonna do everything that we can throughout the process to make it as easy and stress-free as possible and get you from your old crappy kitchen to your dream space in no time.